Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Virgo for February 2021. Keep in mind, my friends, it's a general message. Take what you feel resonates for you and disregard the rest. Go about your day. But know that no matter what messages do come through today, it's still up to you and your active free will, the choices you make and the steps you take in your world to get whatever fulfillment it is that you'd like to see. And for me, that's personal freedom and personal power, and it lies at the tips of our fingers and under the soles of our feet. So use it wisely, my friend. That is your active doing power. For all my subscribers, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, love you, love you. Thank you for being here. It means the world to me, truly. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. If you feel like this is for you, if you'd like to see more of this kind of message, please subscribe. Join the journey with me. Hit the thumbs up button if you would like. It would be wonderful to have you along this ride. So before I get started today, I'm just going to take a moment to call in spirit. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, and any of your spirit guides that would like to join us, as long as they're here for our highest good, as well as my team of light to join us, to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, and to use me as the clearest channel possible, delivering the most far-reaching of messages, but only for our highest good. Top-notch messages here today, my friends. So, I'm going to start off with a message from the Magical Unicorn Oracle, because who couldn't use a little bit of magic in our worlds today? So I'm going to ask Spirit for the sign of Virgo, what messages would you have for the sign of Virgo, please? So a whole bunch of these fell out upside down. I'm going to put them back. The card that flipped was, you'll know in the morning. So I think Spirit's probably got a lot to say right now, but if there's something troubling you, if you're having, I heard, like nightmares or visions and dreams, when you wake up, you'll have a better idea about what to do. Relax until then. This is what it's saying. So if you've been going through a hard time and you're having trouble sleeping, as well as what I'm hearing, that I know it's hard. Okay, I'm not going to say that just let go of the anxiety. It's okay, go to sleep, because said no one ever who's ever experienced that. Okay, I myself have definitely went through a lot of sleepless nights. It took me a really long time to be able to close my eyes at night and go to sleep. And I'm hearing, like, for some of you may actually suffer from insomnia. So what I would suggest here is, if you are having trouble going to sleep, or if the day is weighing on you, what you can do is, while you're laying in bed, take a few deep breaths in and out. And one thing that I've found for me that works, we're all different, but if you wanted to try it, is I imagine when I'm laying there, first off, that every room in my house gets flooded with light. So I make sure that my house, I imagine and picture, envision, however you want to put it, all my house full of light. The light comes up the stairs. My room is light. My kids' rooms are light. I surround us all in white protective light. And then I'll do the same for my family. Not necessarily fill their house up with light, but imagine them surrounded in white protective light. And it's one of those things that once I know everyone's safe, once I know I'm safe, we're safe, protected, we're loved, then it's easier to fall asleep. So that may be something that helps you. But one definitely here is, if you're trying to make a decision, get a good night's sleep before you do that, because we definitely think clearer with a clearer head. So let's find out more about that. Thank you. You try something new. You'll only know that you can do something if you try. Absolutely, right? If we say that we can't do something, it's usually because out of fear, right? So I can't go cross-country skiing. Well, probably could, unless you don't have snow where you are, right? But it's just that we make a lot of excuses. Maybe I can't exercise, my knees are bad. There's standing things, there are abs for older people that are done standing up. There are a lot of different things that you can do. I feel like we need to get past your own limitations on what you believe you can do, what you believe is true to you. So let's get another message here, please, Spirit. True. Wow. Yes, what you're asking about is the truth. So for some of you, whatever it is that you've been asking for, whatever question that you've been harnessing or harboring, whatever's been keeping you up at night, you know the truth within you. So I feel like if it's a question of, should I go to school? Should I do this? Should I do that? And you're tossing and turning or hemming and hawing and not quite sure what to do. Well, Spirit's like giving you that nudge. Try something new. You know the truth. And whatever it is that you're asking about here, really feel down deep within you as to what is this talking about, right? What is this pertaining to? And I think you're going to know on an innate level. This is just saying to me, don't second guess it too much, but also don't make those decisions in haste. Give yourself a good night's sleep. And like I said again, if you're having anxiety about this, what I'm hearing you could do is write down a pros and cons list about the choice that you're thinking about. Write down the things that could even be bothering you about this to try and move past it. They're asking for one more. So thank you. We get one more, which is 1 followed upright, 3 followed upside down. So the one that is upright is share. When you share, everyone feels happy. This could be sharing resources, sharing our feelings, sharing experiences as well. Some of you may want to take an art class. Some of you may want to try pottery. Some of you may want to play soap. Try making soap. Whatever it is, share in these adventures, share in these experiences, share with the people that you care about, because then everybody feels happy, not just one person. As well as this could be a lot of different things, food, flowers, but when we share, everyone feels happy. So I'm going to put those up, and Spirit is going to tell me we're going to look at this. So we have water. Drink more water and eat foods with water in them, such as fruits and vegetables, right? Keep ourselves hydrated, keep ourselves healthy. I feel like as well as when we don't get enough water, our body definitely suffers. It knows what's going on. So they're telling me pay attention to the color of your pee, my friends. If it's a little bit yellower than it should be, you know it's time to drink up. Drink some water. If you like to drink a lot of caffeinated beverages, after or in between each one, drink some water. Keep yourself hydrated, because those kinds of things can really deplete your water system. Eat fruits, eat vegetables. I'm hearing melon, like cantaloupes. Those things are delicious, and they're grapes. They're full of water. We have berries soon as well. What you're asking for will happen soon in a happy way. So I feel like there's nothing to fear here. You don't have to worry about whether you're going to be a success, whether you're going to be a failure, because this is saying, you know what you're asking for is going to happen. It's going to be in a happy way. You know what's true to you, and sharing what you have with other people, sharing your food, sharing your home, sharing, I heard even your loved ones, but this may be like within family, right? If you spend time at either a parent's house and your parents are like split, right? If you are a parent and your child goes to your other parent, the other parent's house, and you're kind of co-parenting in different homes, this is also could be something like that. But I feel like this is more about within your world, giving and receiving in balance. So sharing what you have to offer, trying new things. I feel like this is also going to enliven you and invigorate you. And simplicity is also a card that came out. This card has actually come out for quite a few of the readings I've had. And it says, put your energy into the basics and let go of excess. And one of the things that this card talks about is, what is it that you know that you do want? And is there something that you know that you don't want? Let's simplify things. If we're staying up in the morning, kind of like or in the evening, this is kind of like this pros and cons list I was talking about, trying to relieve some of the anxiety about the situation. What is it that is negative? What is it maybe that is just not your desired goal or outcome at this point? Focus on the things that you want and create around that, rather than looking at all the things that you don't want and how do I get rid of them. Start looking at the world you'd like to create. How could I take forward steps going that way? Some of this is you may have to release some things. Could be caffeine, could be, I heard body image as well, right? If we're to be comfortable in our own skin, we need to release all of the feelings or preconceived notions or even societal standards that we've built up in our head, and what it means to be successful, what it means to be beautiful, what it means to have a perfect body. Well, nobody ever will have a perfect body, and if they do, there's probably something about it that they don't like. So remember that the outside looking in always has a different viewpoint than the inside looking out. And that's what I'm going to say here. But I feel like try new things, my friends. Branch out. Try new experiences, see what you might like, because how are you ever going to know that you like something if you don't actually give it a try? So weeding out what you don't want, getting down to the basics on, for some of this, literally with the simplification, is literally drink some water, eat foods that are healthy for you. Focus on your stability, focus on your health, and what is meant for you will come when it's time. So I'm going to bring also in Archangel Gabriel Oracle to see what is supporting you at this time. What would be supporting Virgo? You get time management. Place your priorities at the top of your to-do list and don't allow distractions to deter you. And this is also like, if we know we have a lot of things to do, sometimes we may shut down. We may be like, oh gosh, there's too much to do. I'm just not going to do anything right now. I can do it tomorrow. We procrastinate. But what this does is actually give us more stress tomorrow or more stress the next day because we could have dealt with it today, but we put it off. So I'm feeling like I'm hearing for some of you, if you've undergone trauma, time management may be really difficult, or if you're kind of scatterbrained, such as myself sometimes, time management may be difficult as well because you have so many different projects on the go that you need to find a way to make sure that you're focusing on what needs to be done at the proper time instead of doing something that could be done, a week from now. If there's something that needs to be done today, tomorrow, get them done rather than focusing on something that's not due or not needed right away. This could even be, I heard, like, make yourself a calendar. What's important? What are your priorities? And how can you stick to them? For some of you, what I'm hearing is with your water, write down a little chart. How many glasses of water do you need to drink in a day? And every time you pour that glass, check it off. So you know you're keeping track of how much water am I drinking. You also have divine guidance here. The ideas you are receiving are heaven-sent answers to your prayers. And I feel like this is what they were saying at the beginning, is that you know the truth. You know what is true to you. Spirit's speaking to you. They're sending down answers. You just have to be willing to listen. And this also goes with this very soon, is that once you decide to listen, once you decide what is true for you, Spirit's going to do everything it can to make sure that those dreams, those wishes, those aspirations, they come true. So that's pretty beautiful energy. And they're telling me to look at the bottom of the deck. Stay true to yourself, my friends. Don't be swayed by other people's opinions. Could be other people's opinions of you even. Could be opinions of what you're doing. If you're thinking, hey, I want to try something new, and you have everyone else's chatter in the background, it may be really hard for you to make a decision. But do what's right for you in your heart. And that card you'll know in the morning. This is, to me, such an important card because it means it's kind of like to every night, there will be a day, there will be a dawn, the sun will come up again. So even if you've had a difficult day the day before, when you wake up in the morning, put your mind to it that you're going to set an intention for a brand new day, and that yesterday brought lessons, it brought challenges, and it brought things for you to learn. I heard grief for some of you as well. And you know what? Today, when you wake up the next day, it doesn't mean grief won't still be there, but it's how you handle those challenges may be a little bit different. So stay true to yourself. Don't compromise or water down your ideas. Listen to, trust, and follow your inner voice, my friends. And that's really good advice. So I have the Steampunk Tarot for a little bit of tarot wisdom right now. Please, Spirit, for the sign of Virgo for February 2021. Guys, keep in mind, even though I'm reading for February, got a whole bunch that fell out. I'm going to take them. But even though I'm reading for February, this could be picking up from a situation from the past, situation that hasn't happened yet, something that you're actually dealing with. But this is more not necessarily about February, but what Spirit needs to bring through in February. So, I show you here. I'm not going to read reversals. There may be a few in here. If there are, I feel like they're blocks, and we will talk about them or try and get to the bottom of it. So the first card that we have here is the Six of Swords. And it's about moving on, which I feel like honestly would be from some of the anxiety that you may have been carrying if you resonated with that part. But moving on from a stressful situation, moving on from maybe even thoughts that have been permeating your mind, limiting belief systems, moving on from difficult conversations, could even be, I heard, fights. But whatever, there's been a situation that may have, I heard, traumatized you. There was a lot of trauma I was picking up on here. But it's like, if there's been a situation that has just kept you stagnant, left you with lack of energy as well, as I heard, kind of moving past this. It does mean, though, first that before action happens, we have to get our mental space in the right space first. You have the Death card in the reverse, although I said I wasn't reading them. In the reverse, we have the Three of Swords. You have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Justice. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Two of Cups in the reverse. Judgment and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. So I'm going to flip them over. What I feel like, though, with the heartbreak in the upright here, this Three of Swords, is that you're definitely trying to move past something that has hurt you. The situation may not have fully ended. You may actually still be in this. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be a lot of different things. I heard an endeavor. It could be something that you're going after. But whatever this is, has definitely caused you a lot of anxiety. I feel like you also don't feel like you're working together with this person or this situation. And justice needs to come. We need to see things be made right in the situation. The Seven of Wands in the reverse. Upright, it would tell me there's a lot of frustration, there's a lot of internal struggle or even competition. I think in the reverse, one of the ways to get out of this, to get out of that heartbreak, is to know we need to bring justice and love ourselves for who we are. We're not comparing ourselves to anybody. And we have this Two of Cups in the reverse as well, is that you may be mourning a situation or a person who just wasn't meant for you, just wasn't right for you. And although we may want to hold on to this, some of us, because we want to stay in relationship, because maybe we've been in relationship a long time, whatever it is, I feel like you're going to know in your heart too, if this situation has anything to do with the top part, you know in your heart what's true already. Sometimes when we know that a relationship or a situation needs to end, we tell ourselves otherwise because we're like, nope, I'm not going to believe that. I'm not going to accept that. I just want to keep moving on and moving forward. And there's times where we just need to pause and let things end rather than getting in the way, rather than trying to stop them, because really all it's going to do is prolong the heartbreak here and keep you stuck in it. So this Three of Pentacles that was in the reverse, not working together, right? I also heard like not seeing the bigger picture. This is the Steampunk Tarot. In the upright, this person in the middle looks to be that she has some tarot cards, as well as the Justice card has some tarot cards hitting the floor. There may be, I heard like, you may have a lot of psychic knowledge, you may have a lot of psychic abilities. Some of you could have been, I heard, like definitely talking to a psychic, watching tarot, right? And in a lot of ways with Justice here, tarot can be a tool. It can help us. It's not, this is general though, so take it again how it's going to resonate with you. But what I'm feeling is with this in the reverse is take it with a grain of salt, my friends. Don't watch every single reading you read and go, oh, this must be true, because what we can do is actually create a self-fulfilling prophecy of, we watched this person and they said this, and what you're going to go do is try and find how it fits into your life. It might not. These readings for everyone, right? There are some readers who have like 600,000 subscribers, right? That those messages, while they may resonate on a general with the collective, they can't possibly hit everybody's perfect situation unless there's a private reading, right? And even then, sometimes not everybody gets it right. So if that has resonated for you, my friends, just take it with a grain of salt. And again, remember in here, you know what is to be true. Don't try to fit it if it's not for you. But you have Judgment and the Ace of Swords that were in the reverse. I think it's time to really start to learn to be true to you, right? To stay true to yourself. Stay true to what you believe in your heart to be true. And this, I think, is finding a way to see the truth in this situation that doesn't include other people's opinions, that doesn't include I heard backstabbing. Some of you may have felt backstabbed as well. And what it means is that if you felt backstabbed and you're constantly feeling hurt, you got to pick up yourself, right? Off the floor, wherever it is, and say, you know what? I finally see this for what it is, which is why we started out with the Six of Swords. We're moving past it. I for sure feel like there's a lot of blocks here. You have three major arcana: Justice, Death, Justice, and Judgment here. all pretty big ones. And I think a major change is coming for you. It doesn't mean that, there isn't love for you in your world, but it may be with a different person, right? Or this particular Two of Cups as well, maybe an aspect within yourself. I'm definitely picking up on romance or relationship. And with this Death in reverse, it's like there's been a stall on wanting to stop it, because maybe it's the only thing you've ever known, right? If you've been in a relationship with this person since you're like 15, right? And you're married now with kids, and you go, I don't know what to do because my life has been with this person all this time, or my life has revolved around this situation, and now I have to create my own, a new situation. What do I do? Well, I think you're going to find that truth in your heart. Keep your body healthy, get some sleep, I'm also hearing, okay, because you're going to want some techniques if you are having trouble sleeping in this. There's a few different teas that have like sleeping agent, or there's one called yogi tea, and it's called restful sleep. And I used to use that. It's kind of like, it's got natural stuff in it. I think it's like vervain, skullcap, something else in it, but it's like they are mild tranquilizers. However, 10 minutes before bed, lay down, close your eyes, and you're sleeping through the night. So if that sounds like it's something that might help you, look it up, research it. Don't take my word for it. Research it before, make sure that it, and maybe even talk to your doctor if you have allergies to stuff, or if you're taking something else too. Okay? I'm not a doctor, and I know that, you guys know that, but just to make sure. So I feel like this judgment is going to be within yourself, a new understanding of your own personal power, and it's been so important here to stay true to yourself, the truth, knowing the truth, seeing the truth, believing the truth, creating your truth as well, not living someone else's truth or what they have said about you. I heard not living a lie as well, and not being afraid to end things when all they're doing is hurting you, breaking your heart. As well as what I heard is, with this in the reverse, as a relationship with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, you may actually have found yourself as well in a third party situation. You could have had somebody, like I picked up on backstabbing. You could have had, this could be a friend, this could be a loved one or family member. But I feel like this could even be, if it's within a relationship, somebody, you may have been involved in like a third party situation, okay? So that would definitely make you feel feelings of distrust and the love kind of being gone. And I feel like if that's the case, ask yourself, what are you worth? You're probably worth more than somebody cheating on you, right? And going behind your back, or making you feel like shit, making you hurt all the time. And I think you owe it to yourself, and you know that already, to move past this. I saw a quote earlier today, and it was one of these Facebook memes, but it was something to the extent of, just because I let you go, just because I walked away, didn't mean it didn't hurt, didn't mean I wanted to, right? But sometimes doing what's right for us, it hurts at the time, but later on we say, you know what, I'm so glad I had the strength to walk away from that, to do what was best for me. And I feel like as well, I'm hearing like could even be like a narcissistic kind of relationship as well. If people have constantly done this to you, abused you, or just abused your loving, caring nature, this is where it's time to stand up for you, right? And with the simplicity card here too, weed out what you don't want. See what you do, what's working in my world. What do I like? What makes me happy? What makes me shine? What doesn't make me happy? What doesn't make me shine? What do I not like? And I feel as well, some of you may have responsibilities. It could be a job that you don't really like. And this is like, well, what else could you do? There could also be, I heard like a family aspect in this as well. And I think that what's important to remember is that if you are staying in an unhappy family dynamic, in an unhappy relationship, and this is showing as well, we're educating kids. This is a truth. We're educating our babies on what it looks like to be in love, what family life looks like. So I feel like for justice to come here, you need to get down with your truth, know what is right for you, what's important for you, and make the steps to balance out those scales. Excuse me. I ate a sub and it's not sitting well. So I have the Wisdom of the Tree Oracle, guys, and let's see what messages for a little advice. Thank you. We have from the Tree Oracle. And you get the bristlestone pine. And if you can see in here, there is a spider web as well. And I feel like this is the interconnectedness of all of our experiences, all of the things that we've done in our life, all coming out to the forefront now. And I want to read to you a little bit out of the book for the bristlestone pine. Okay. I'm going to hold it up and let you look here. It says persistence. That is the message there. My needles can stay green for over 40 years before dying, so I can help you to learn the art of persistence. My ability to survive for thousands of years means I've witnessed many turbulent events, but I continue to grow despite them all. Bristlestone pines are honored for their immense longevity. Some are thought to be the oldest single living organisms in the world. One, a great basin bristlestone, popularly known as the Methuselah, is believed to be over 4,800 years old. The bristlestone pine survives for this long because damaged bark and wood die back, thereby sending sap to healthy parts of the tree. Old trees have several trunks and can support healthy crowns for a surprisingly small amount of living bark. Life does not always run smoothly, and you are currently facing difficulties. Do your best to remain strong and steadfast during these troubling times. Persist with your life goals and learning from your setbacks. So stay persistent, my friends. We're always looking for new truths. We're always looking to better ourselves. And like they said with this tree can sustain crowns, can sustain life, even though it may look like all the bark is dead outside. Surprise people, surprise yourself. If you feel like you don't have a whole lot of life left in you, you're still living, you're still alive, you're still waking up in the morning. That's your chances every day to create changes. Be persistent, be strong, stay true to yourself, and no matter what's happened, grow from those experiences. That's the message I have, my friends. I hope it resonated. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the month, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.